Hi, and welcome to the Technocracy or Technokratiets first video review. Yeah, that's right, as an experiment I'm actually gonna do this in English because all you Norwegian people out there, you understand English quite well, but all you English people out there, you don't understand Norwegian quite well. And so to get a broader audience and to get the whole world to listen to the Norwegian Technocracy podcast, I'm gonna do this in English. Huawei makes a lot of products in a lot of different product segments, and now they're getting into the speaker segment as well. They've been partnering up with this hi-fi company called Devaliet to make their own speakers. So let's get into it. Let's see what the Huawei Sound X is really like. Huawei has this tradition of copying other producers' design elements, especially Apple's design elements. And I mean, if you've ever seen a HomePod, this looks quite similar. Apple's HomePod is covered in textile, while this speaker is covered in this glossy, impact-resistant polycarbonate material that feels premium, like piano lacquer. The bottom of the speaker, where the 6 tweeters are positioned, is covered in textile to let the sound out. There are holes on each sides where the bass elements are placed. And all in all, there are 8 speaker elements in this speaker. The 6 tweeters on the bottom is placed all around the speaker so that the sound sounds alike from every angle. The 2 bass elements are placed back to back on the top. And Devaliet has implemented what they call a push-push technique, where the 2 bass elements that are placed back to back are placed in such a way that the vibrations of the back of the elements are cancelling each other out. This makes the whole speaker more stable and also makes it possible for the speaker to play louder, because the elements don't shake out of place. And I must say that the bass in the speaker is quite clear and really loud compared to the small size of the speaker. And when you hold onto the speaker while you're playing music, you really do feel how stable it is. It's really stable. It's quite impressive actually. And as with every other speaker, the sound changes depending on where you put the speaker in the room. And since the bass elements are placed on top, I found that placing the speaker in like mid-height and in a corner gave me the best results. And I have compared the speaker to this, to the Ultimate Ears Hyper Boom, which is one of my favorite speakers of all time. Not like sound quality all time like, but like in the Bluetooth, I mean portable speaker segment. This is my favorite. It's a bit heavy, of course, and you do need a bike with like a basket or something to bring it around. And I mean, it's not a completely fair comparison because this speaker is about 1/3 of the size of the Hyper Boom. The Hyper Boom weighs 5.9 kilos, while the Sound X weighs in on 3.5 kilos. But with the price being so similar, I found that comparing them wasn't too far off. The Hyper Boom retails at 3,990 Norwegian kroner, while the Huawei Sound X retails at 3,490 kroner, or $300 US. And the sound in the Hyper Boom is way better, of course, but it's also way bigger and takes up much more space in your living room. And Huawei Sound X looks more like a piece of furniture. I mean, for home use, it both looks cool and delivers absolutely really nice music and sound. The bass elements on the Huawei Sound X are both at 60 watts, and all in all, with the bass elements and all the tweeters at full power, it can deliver up to 144 watts. Devaliet has also implemented this SAM technology. SAM stands for Speaker Active Matching, and is an algorithm that matches the individual speaker elements to the music that's playing, or the sound that's playing, and aims to reduce the lag time between the bass sounds and the tweeter sounds. In addition to that, SAM also listens to the room and tries to make the best sound for the particular room that the speaker is placed in. That's also something the Hyper Boom does, and something a lot of speakers does these days. Also, SAM makes sure that the speaker never exceeds its limitations, so that it never exceeds the maximum threshold for what it can handle. I mean, with Bluetooth speakers in general, you kind of expect them to not be blowable. On the top of the speaker, there's this LED light ring, that lights up in different colors. It has a set of different buttons, 2 buttons for raising and lower the sound, and 1 button for pairing with Bluetooth devices. And also 1 button to turn on and off the internal microphone. And I know a lot of people out there are quite skeptical to Chinese firms these days, so Huawei probably does a smart thing in implementing a button that actually mutes the mic. The speaker doesn't have any physical connection options, You'll have to connect through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. And right now Wi-Fi isn't working. Huawei is telling me that there will be an update later this fall that will fix the Wi-Fi issues. But right now there's only Bluetooth connection available, which feels quite claustrophobic. I mean, it's really easy to connect to the Bluetooth. You just tap your phone on the speaker's NFC chip. But I mean, the problem with Bluetooth is that, I mean, if my phone is connected to a Bluetooth speaker and my phone rings, the music stops and suddenly everybody in the office is a part of my conversation. I mean, when you're playing through Wi-Fi instead, the speaker independently brings down the content or the music you're playing from the web, and so you don't get that problem. So I'm quite looking forward to getting the update. But all in all, I'm really impressed with this speaker. I'm really satisfied. It feels like Huawei and Devaliet has kind of maxed out, as I said previously, maxed out how much sound you can get out of a speaker this size. And it feels really stable, like when you play really loud and you touch it, it feels really stable thanks to the push-push technology. I'm missing voice assistants. I wish there was either Alexa support or Google Assistant support, but I can still use my voice to ask my phone to play music. It's also a bit expensive, but I mean, if you look at other Devaliet products, they're really expensive. And when you listen to the sound on this, I think it's a fair price. So all in all, I would recommend this. The technocracy is giving the Huawei Sound X an 8 out of 10, which is really good. Okay, that was Huawei Sound X. My name is Ole, and this video review was made for the Norwegian podcast Teknokratiet, which is something you can listen to if you understand Norwegian. If you don't understand Norwegian, it's not really any point, but check us out anyways, and see you later.